Good morning. We talked on Saturday about curating information with a specific eye to recognizing the emotional quotient in the people we're listening to. So do we want to listen to angry people who only stir up anger in us, especially in areas where we might already be a little predisposed to getting angry? We might need to think through that. And sometimes we gotta kind of guard the source a bit. I think with that said, there's another thing we need to think about with the source. And so maybe moving from the negative side of staying away from angry people, we need to ask another question, and that has to do with credibility. And credibility, when it comes to curating information, is really important, because credibility has to do with knowledge, has to do with an area of expertise. It has to do with what makes someone qualified to be able to speak to this. It's like if you put together a proposal for publishing, one of the things that the publisher will likely ask you to do is to give a sort of a summary of why you think you are qualified to answer the questions posed or to address the topic of your book. So you need to have credibility. Well, when it comes to us getting vital information, we need to think about that, both in terms of the quality of the one who's informing, but also the character of the one who's informing. It's not just about emotive anger that gets stirred up, but the character does matter. And so listen to Psalm 37, verse 30. The mouth of the righteous utters wisdom, and his tongue speaks justice. Then verse 31, the law of his God is in his heart. His steps do not slip. The mouth of the righteous utters wisdom. So out of your character you speak. And so when it comes to the most important matters of life, it's why when you open the Sermon on the Mount, you can go and trust what Jesus said. And you can trust what Jesus said because you know you can trust Jesus. Now, I'm not Jesus, and your family and your friends, they're not Jesus. We try to represent Christ. We try to be let Christ get all over our lives, right? To be filled with the Spirit. But if we're up against the standard of perfection that is Christ, we're all going to fall apart. But it's not wholesale. It doesn't mean you have to be perfect to speak on something. But when it comes to curating vital spiritual information, vital ethical information, you should look at the credibility of a source, and the credibility should include the character of the source. Not just that they check the academic boxes. That might be important. But do they check the characterological boxes? The mouth of the righteous utters wisdom, and his tongue speaks justice. The law of his God is in his heart. His steps do not slip. May the Lord bless you today.